being here at such a phenomenal conference. And this is not just a conference, ladies and gentlemen, right? We're bridge building. See, we're no longer just the recipients of care. We're the architects of change.
Hello, everyone. This is Sean A. Barksdale of the 10 Minutes of Truth podcast. And we have none other than Lauren Pegram. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's actually Pegram now because I'm married.
Pegram?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When did you get married?
I got married in June, but I just changed my last name about a month and a half ago.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First marriage?
Yes.
And the last.
The last. Forever means forever.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Of course, we had you on before. Great interview today. What has your role been in today's conference?
What hasn't it been?
Start there.
Well, for starters, I wasn't actually a part of the planning committee, so I'm just a secretary for the RAC. But then
Okay.
I know Kiera had asked me to step in and kind of record our minutes for our meetings for the conference committee. And then from there, I kind of just jumped into whatever was needed, you know? So anything that I've seen so far that needed to be needed, whether it was filling up coffee, was getting the trash cans dumped out, organizing food, refilling food, helping people figure out what workshop they were going to go to and where the workshop was at. Just anything that I could really jump in and be of service to somebody.
And that has been, bridging the gap. She couldn't have, the organization couldn't have picked a better theme, right? Because everybody, and this is what we've been talking about, everybody just helped. Like you don't see that a lot in a lot of atmospheres. People shrink away from doing the work. People don't work together, things of that nature. So, but the reason that we've all been saying that it has worked is because of leadership. Anything that whether it's a football team or it's a conference, it starts with the leadership. So talk about that. Talk about the leadership, Kiera, and because even for yourself to say, I wasn't part of the planning committee, but you stepped up as part of the planning committee when needed to be. So talk about that leadership.
The leadership we've had was amazing. Kiera is, I love her, I really do. And not just even as her leader role from the RAC, but how she's taken it over and she's just went with this whole conference. I mean, she has went 0 to 100. She's put in so much work. And it's a very big motivator, because I'm like, wow, I see her. And me and Kiera actually have very similar stories, you know? So to see somebody that lived a very similar life to me and is where she is now, it's just very inspiring. And it pushes me to want to be better and just keep going. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's another word we've been using today. Hope. Talking about hope. And seeing that, I know it gives hope. What's the next chapter for you with hope?
My next chapter with hope. Honestly, my next chapter of hope has nothing to do with me. More so the seeds I'm planting for my children. So
nice.
To give my kids hope that they don't have to continue living a life like I lived, and break these generational curses. So nice.
What's your opinion of how things have been going thus far today?
Great.
That's some of the things that we've been talking about. We go to a lot of conferences, right? And for the most part, we get resources from the conferences. But this conference, it had a different feeling to it because it feels like family.
Right.
As we've said, once we got integrated into the Region 5 system itself, and even the process, which we'll talk about a little later on in the conference, everybody just feels like family from the facilitator. And that's because one of the main things is it's peer-led. And that's what we want people to know, is that not only do we have a voice, we can lead, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can lead. So with that, talk a little bit about this peer-led conference, right? What's some of the things you've heard from your constituents and co-workers and people in general?
I knew that there was a lot of excitement based upon this conference itself. And I will say that from someone who's went through almost every big conference this year in the state of Virginia, I've participated in all them.
Yep.
Nothing has felt like this one. And like you said, it felt like a family itself. And I love that because even though I went to these other conferences and there was people there that I knew, or I even went with my coworkers, it did not have the vibe that this one has today.
Correct.
And mainly too because we're all RAC affiliated, so it's amazing to know that the RAC has just built up this team of people and the members in it, and we all got to come together and have this day. So it's great. I love it. I think everyone's excited. Every part of it, having a lot of our local vendors come through, and these are all people that I refer out on a daily basis. Whether it's the Peer Warm line or it's our consumers coming in. These are people that we're literally working with firsthand. So it's amazing to see them come in here and gather together and have these resources in here.
That's right.
But yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
With that said, once again, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for everything you've done for Region 5, what you do for the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Once again, this is Sean A. Barksdale, and this has been the 10 Minutes of Truth podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.